Ice, ice, Davy. This episode is all about freezing to death. Let the death show begin.
"4:22 a.m. A dog barks from beyond Sarah's locked bedroom door.
Not again. Is this really what dog ownership is like? All to impress a stupid guy. All right, Achilles, stop yapping. Let's go.
Sarah begrudgingly put on her snow jacket and went out into the city to let her dog relieve himself. Achilles hobbled behind her on his good right leg, excited to leave the apartment. As a side note, did she really name her dog with a bad leg Achilles? What a Sarah and Achilles step out into the city. Every breath Sarah takes of the winter air sends sharp pain to her chest, as Achilles, seemingly unbothered by the cold, perches toward a grove near an alley to, take care of business.
Hurry up, boy. What?
Sarah was on her phone trying to watch a romantic drama that was very popular worldwide. But at that moment, she got an ad. Her only non-virtual reprieve in her dopamine-fueled life. She caught a glimpse of something blue, hunched in the alley. In all of her screen time, she never watched horror movies. Otherwise, she would have realized how stupid it would be to approach something in a dark alley.
Is that an alien?
Sarah stupidly thought to herself as she approached the naked blue being on the floor. She suddenly realized that it was, in fact, a human corpse. He was curled naked in the cold alleyway with a peaceful yet eerie expression on his face.
Ah!
Sarah screamed and fled backward, nearly falling due to the slippery ice. Achilles, in the confusion, got nervous and ran off into the city. Her hands were like spilled candle wax in the freezing weather, hardening and losing function, rapidly becoming frostbitten.
Oh no! No, no, no! Fog!
As if things couldn't get worse for her, Sarah's phone stopped working as she was about to call the police. It was hacked. Sarah watched that popular drama on a backdoor pirating server online without a VPN. This video was sponsored by a VPN. Why was the man naked in the alley when his clothes were right beside him? Where did Achilles go? And why did Sarah not use a VPN?
How riveting. Let us answer the question as to why the homeless man was naked in the alleyway. You see, when a person is freezing to death, there is a phase of dysphoria that humans can experience called a paradoxical undressing. Due to the intense cold, people become altered, and it is believed that their hypothalamus from exhaustion and dysregulation leads to the person being affected with sensations of overheating, thus taking off their clothes as this man did. We shan't be discussing Sarah's crisis further. Incoming death poetry.
Once sapped of view, I now grow fond of light. 'Twas red I've seen, with oft a broken scream. Snow falls, sends warmth of hue and monochrome light. Yet the death memory e'er awakens the dream. Twice I've seen the men buried beyond view. Minds now in unison, ere to compete. And in reality, I see now it purely true. I needn't wear a mantle of deceit, for thrice I've cut the sinews of flesh asunder. Underneath the bench we sit, I'm buried and so Do you consider this open admission of blunder? A severed lens paint the becoming of crimson snow. With all that has been said, you should know what comes next. With grace I thank thee, now cometh your death sentence.
The Deathscapades of Natos and Todd.
Todd, can you get the door? There's this cool documentary on about Jack the Deathbird.
Sure thing, Dro. Stop the deserter! What happened? You don't look so good.
Dolly D, I was repeating a phrase I heard by the dope about Jack the Deathbird. Oh, apparently if you say his name 3 times, he'll...
This isn't good, Natos. You already said Jack the Deathbird once, didn't you? Now I've said it!
Hey, Dice. Did I hear you say Jack the Deathbird? Who's that?
What's the Deathcast look like, Deatherman?
Well, Diana, we are all going to die! I said that deathing name 3 times! Oh, it hurts so bad!
Yes! The blackjack! I win! God death it, I said it again!
At this rate, you can hit the road to the afterlife, Jack. Oops.
Wow, Krimitana, you are really good at just about anything you put your mind to, huh? You could even say that you're a Jack. I mean, Jill, of all trades.
Thanks, Natos. Want to hear a funny joke? Da-knock, da-knock.
Who's there?
Jack.
Jack who?
who?
Jack Fu Martial Arts Sensei. Want to join my death, Joe?
It's a nice one, Kree.
You are doing a good job with the killings, Jack the Deathbird. God will be pleased with this. Careful now. Highness. That's the second time you said my name. Rosita. And just like that, we got ourselves some new Clydarians. Oh, Tether, please guide us through life's fleeting moments. Be with us in our final breath.
There may be snow on the rooftop, but there is a spark in this dark. Roughly speaking, for your human computation, around 5 million people die each year from non-optimal temperatures. When significant hypothermia occurs, multiple organ failure results leading to cardiac arrest. A unique phenomenon in the late stages of hypothermia is called terminal burrowing. Those that succumb to this late phase are often found in small enclosures such as the crevasses between furniture. This behavior is thought to be derived from ancient and primitive hibernatory, mammalian, protective burrowing mechanisms. Did you know, my sweet deathlings, that January is the deadliest month in the United States? In general, most winter months rank in higher positions on the death charts by comparison. Now let's return to your regular scheduled program. Stay deathly out there, children.
Well, it's getting late, guys. I'll head out after I use your bathroom.
All right, Cree. I'll walk you out.
Aw, thanks, Natos.
She's so dutiful, Todd. I think I'm gonna ask her on a date when we walk out. Wish me luck, Dro.
What has stopped you all this time? She lives next door.
Yeah? Well, keep sending fan mail to Dianaria and tell me how that's working out for you.
Duck you, Dro!
Ah! What was that? Is she on the dome with another guy while taking a death hump?
No, you idiot! It's the death bird! We need to run!
Ah! No!
Jack, be murderers. Jack, have malicious intent. Jack, end my life with a serrated chopstick. All life and no death. Jack, a dull boy. Is it done, Jack? What is so funny?
That's 3, my friend. It's certainly almost done.
No! No! No!
Will you not remember to the subscribe button and the notification bell as well?
Now, your dead mother will perform a dance of death. It shall be in honor of everyone who has died by hypothermia. my deadlings. It's time for a dead time story. A stitch in time saves 9. Cleanse the demons with our ways, then we receive our mother's praise. Terror permeates every cell of Kiko's body as she looks at an indescribable visage she should know, like the nail folds she bites on her fingertips. Days earlier. You missed some lines in the outer circles again, Kiko. When are you going to learn?
Sorry, sis. I'll do better next time, I promise.
You say that every time, Kiko.
Alright, Natsu. Trust me. I will.
Natsu and Kiko spend the rest of the day inscribing purification rings around their home. Remember to make the outer circle complete with the 2 lines woven at that pointy part, Kiko.
Yeah. Can we play after this?
Of course, but you really need to take this more seriously. This is life and death responsibility we have for our village.
Okay, sis. I will.
Kiko and Natsu's mom returned that evening. She walked slowly on returning past the purification threshold, observing the patterns with meticulous detail. You've done a great job today, girls. Kiko and Natsu said in unison.
Cleanse the demons with our ways, then we receive our mother's praise.
That's right, dears. Now run upstairs and I'll read you a bedtime story, Mom said, patting the girls on their heads. Natsu rushed upstairs following her mom's orders directly, but Kiko stayed behind to squeeze her tiny arms around her mom's thigh before charging behind her sister. She always had a tendency to speak about the house like it was much bigger than what it was. The house was a small cottage, and to run upstairs was truly a few steps followed by a narrow hallway where the girls shared a room, and Mom's room was on the other side. The house had a heavy wooden musk, and it was always dimly lit. Kiko was often grateful that she slept in the same bed as her older sister, and she secretly knew that Natsu felt the same way. Say, why do you think Mom always talks about our house like that, Kiko?
I don't know. Maybe because she likes pretending. No, dummy. I think it's because she knows how congested it can feel with the limited space we have. I think she says things like that so that we feel like it's bigger. When's Mom going to tell us a story already?
Do you ever listen, Kiko? The next day, when Mom was about to leave, there was a peculiar stillness in the air. There was a blanketed fog over the cottage, which brushed about surrounding cedar trees and a cobbled pathway to the village. Mom slowly walked out, twisting her neck suddenly, like an owl locked on an unaware rodent. She whispered a phrase, and it was as if the air spiraled around her. Then, a bolt of green energy, the same teal-like hue of the purification circles, jolted out of Mom's hand and pierced through a demon hiding behind a tree. The monster perished in a dusky seafoam haze.
Wow, Mom's so cool. When did we get to do that?
You can't even get the most fundamental rings right, Kiko.
Rude, sis.
Girls, listen carefully. If the demons made it here, they must have breached the village as well. You must renew the enchantment with extreme precision. Remember, cleanse the demons with our ways, then we receive our mother's praise. Mom gently smiled at Kiko and Natsu and patted them on the head before proceeding to check on the village.
Okay, let's do this quickly so we can play.
Kiko, sometimes I forget how young you are. Why aren't you scared? There was a demon just outside the barrier. Kiko paused to bite at her fingernails, something that frequently annoyed her older sister. Well, our mom will just beat up all the demons. Didn't you see her blast that demon to bits? Whatever, Kiko. Let's just prepare the cleansing ritual. For the next 3 hours, the girls worked diligently, though one more than the other. Kiko's mind would wander what games they may play after they finished the ritual. And then one particular moment, she was biting on the sides of her nail folds and wondered, what are the demons capable of? She continued inscribing the sacred rings with her fingers, pausing when her fingers dried and hardened from the mixture, then reapplied the mixture from a bowl to her fingertips in a way similar to finger painting. Say, Natsu, what do the demons want, and what could they do? We don't know, sis, but they kill us and can take over our bodies. That is scary. Dusk was setting in, and the girls began to worry for their mom. What's taking her? Isn't she usually back by now? No, dummy. There have been plenty of times she comes back even later. You've just been too busy playing to notice. The girls continued to dispute, but their disagreements settled instantly at the sight of their mom rushing in the distance. She ran through the barrier, and they were relieved. Girls, it's much worse than I thought. Let's have dinner and go to bed. Then I'll think of a plan tomorrow. The girls had so many questions for their mother, but they had never seen her look this way. She appeared strangely bothered by whatever she saw in the village, but also excited. It was as if they were about to embark on an adventure together, outside of the village to which they had never been, the girls thought. That night, Kiko was restless and tossing around in bed. Natsu was surprisingly fast asleep. She had a gnawing feeling, but couldn't place it. She began chewing at the corners of her nails. It then dawned upon her when she saw some of the residue from the ritual still on her fingers. I didn't close the loop on the outer circle, Kiko thought to herself. She jolted out of bed, scraping her ankle in the dark. I must fix the ring, even though it's really scary. I don't want my family to be taken over by the demons. She continued to think. Making it to the narrow hallway's threshold, she smacked her face against a familiar thigh. Mom? Kiko looked up at the overwhelming figure before her. It had the same silhouette as her mother, but it was her mom no longer. Its eyes were bulging and menacing, and with a flat, affectionate gaze peering unnaturally at her. In the dim light, creases along its face widening as if it was about to laugh while bearing out its arms in a way Mom used to for playing. Though this time, it was to not allow Kiko to escape the hallway. In an unholy, demonic manner, with a voice faint of motherly tones, it grinned and said,
Cleanse the demons with our ways, then we receive our mother's praise.
In order to fully manifest in this realm, I need your death nations. Please, give unto your death mother, and I promise to bequeath you with spoils and treasures beyond your dire imagination. Introducing Deadly Companions. This Patreon tier is dedicated to your loyal pets, both living and departed. When you join this tier, you can submit either names or names with pictures, and we will display them here to pay our respects. What is more, with each tier you ascend, you get access to all the previous levels. Our other tiers are arranged by ascending ranks of deathly enlightenment. from the youthful deathlings called Davies to the almighty reapers of Grimm. Here are the current supporters who have come to the aid of the Death Mother. Duna, David, Dyla, and Amanda. Thank you kindly, my sweet angels of death. My powers grow with your deadly tribute. As the curtain calls for the statue, we dedicate it to those who have died from hypothermia.
Requiesce in pace, mater mortis, te nomen stoam credi